Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, where we uncover the hidden treasures of the numismatic world. If you're a fan of rare coins, today's episode is one you don't want to miss. We're diving into the world of the United States 1-cent coin from 1973, a seemingly ordinary penny that holds an extraordinary story. You might be surprised to learn just how much this little coin could be worth, especially if you have one with the right mint mark. Stick with us till the end, as we'll be revealing the jaw-dropping value of this coin. Let's take a step back in time to 1973, a year that was anything but ordinary in the United States. The country was in the midst of significant social and political changes, and while the nation was focused on major events like the Watergate scandal and the end of the Vietnam War, something else was quietly unfolding, something that would one day become a fascinating piece of numismatic history. The United States Mint was still producing the familiar copper Lincoln cent, and the 1973 penny would go on to be a key player in the world of coin collecting. Now, at first glance, the 1973 penny might seem like any other penny you find in your pocket change. The obverse side, as you probably know, features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this famous portrait of Lincoln has been gracing the penny since 1909. On the reverse, you'll find the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which was used on the penny from 1959 until 2008. It's a design that represents the strength and history of the United States, and on the 1973 penny, it's as detailed and striking as ever. But what makes the 1973 penny special? The answer lies not in the design itself, but in the rare circumstances that could make a 1973 penny worth much more than its face value. As with many coins, the value of a 1973 penny is primarily determined by its condition, rarity, and the mint mark it bears. You might already know that the U.S. Mint has several different facilities where coins are produced, and each one is identified by a unique mint mark. The most common mint marks for U.S. coins are D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and no mint mark for Philadelphia, where coins were minted without a mark prior to 1980. But for the 1973 penny, it's the D mint mark, the one from the Denver Mint, that holds the key to a potential fortune. You see, while 1973 pennies were minted in large quantities, finding one in excellent condition, especially with a D mint mark, is rare. Most pennies, over time, end up with noticeable wear and tear, especially after being in circulation for decades. The ones that survive in pristine, uncirculated condition are few and far between. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The more well-preserved a coin is, the higher its value. Now, there's something particularly exciting about the 1973 D penny that sets it apart from the rest. This coin, when found in uncirculated condition or with a special error, can fetch an incredible price in the right market. Over the years, collectors have been eager to get their hands on high-grade 1973 pennies, and with the right combination of rarity and condition, it could end up being worth thousands of dollars. What makes this even more fascinating is that while the penny might not look different at first glance, its value lies in its condition and the story behind it. In the world of rare coins, there are collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for something as small as a single penny. And we're not talking about just a few dollars, or even hundreds of dollars. No, a well-preserved 1973 D penny has been known to fetch a staggering amount. If you have one of these rare, uncirculated 1973 D pennies in mint condition, or better yet, one that has an error in the minting process, you could be holding on to something worth $42,000. That's right, $42,000 for a single 1973 penny. It's amazing to think that something so small and seemingly insignificant could be worth such an impressive amount. So, if you happen to have a stash of old coins or come across a 1973 penny, take a moment to inspect it carefully. The condition and the mint mark are crucial in determining its potential value. So, what makes this penny worth so much? It's a combination of factors: its rarity in mint condition, the demand among collectors, and the occasional error coins that can command an even higher price. Coin collecting is all about finding those hidden gems, and the 1973 penny is one of those rare discoveries that could change the financial future of a lucky collector. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare pennies, or if you find one in your spare change, don't just toss it aside. It could be worth much more than you think. Take the time to inspect it, get it graded by a professional, and you might be sitting on a small fortune. Today, we're going to focus on a fascinating piece of history that may be hiding in your coin jar right now, the United States 1-cent coin from 1974. It might seem like a regular penny, but don't be fooled. This small coin could actually be worth much more than you might imagine. Stick around because by the end of this video, we'll be revealing the unbelievable value of the 1974 1-cent coin. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Let's rewind to 1974, a year when the US was in the midst of a challenging time. The economy was struggling with high inflation, and the country was still recovering from the aftermath of the Vietnam War. But amidst these economic challenges, something else was taking place quietly behind the scenes, the production of a coin that would later become a prized item in the world of numismatics. That coin, of course, is the 1974 1-cent, or penny, and it's one of the coins collectors are constantly on the lookout for. In 1974, the U.S. Mint was in full production mode, churning out billions of coins to meet the demand for currency. The penny itself, as you might expect, was a standard-issue coin. The familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, with his iconic profile, remained unchanged. This image, designed by Victor David Brenner, has been gracing the penny since 1909, making it one of the most enduring symbols in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse side, you'll see the classic depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, which was designed by Frank Gasparo and used on the penny from 1959 until 2008. At first glance, a 1974 penny might look like just another coin you could find lying around in your spare change. But there's something special about the 1974 1-cent coin that makes it stand out from the rest. While millions of pennies were minted that year, certain variations and conditions make the 1974 penny highly desirable for collectors. The key factor here is the mint mark, specifically, the D mint mark, which identifies coins minted at the Denver Mint. This mint mark is crucial when determining the coin's rarity and value. In most cases, pennies from 1974, like most coins from other years, were heavily circulated. This means that many of them show signs of wear, scratches, and general age. Coins that have been in circulation for decades are often not in the best condition, and that's where the value of a 1974 penny starts to become intriguing. Coins in excellent, uncirculated condition are relatively rare and highly sought after by collectors, but that's not all. The true excitement for coin enthusiasts lies in the rare variants and minting errors that occasionally occurred during production. These anomalies can significantly increase the value of a coin, turning a seemingly ordinary penny into a small treasure. For the 1974 penny, there are a few different errors that have caught the attention of collectors over the years. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die variety. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the die, resulting in a slightly misaligned or doubled image. In the case of the 1974 penny, a double die error can make the coin appear to have a ghosted image, which makes it incredibly valuable. A 1974 penny with a noticeable double die error, especially one that is in excellent condition, can be worth a significant amount of money. This is where the real potential value of this coin lies. While most 1974 pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent, those that exhibit a minting error, particularly a double die, can command a price well above and beyond the ordinary. And when these rare error coins are found in pristine, uncirculated condition, they can fetch prices that are simply staggering. So, how much are we talking about when it comes to the value of a 1974 penny? Well, the value can vary depending on the condition, the specific mint mark, and whether the coin features any rare errors. But if you happen to have a 1974 penny in excellent, uncirculated condition, or one with a double die error, get ready for a major surprise. You could be holding a coin worth a whopping $45,000, that's right, $45,000 for a single penny. It's truly mind-blowing to think that a coin worth just 1 cent could, in certain conditions, be worth tens of thousands of dollars. This just goes to show the incredible potential hidden in the world of coin collecting. If you find a 1974 penny in good condition, especially one with an error or a unique feature, it might just be your ticket to a small fortune. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these rare pennies? First, make sure to carefully examine it for any signs of wear or unusual features. If it appears to be in near mint or uncirculated condition, or if you suspect it has a minting error like a double die, you'll want to get it graded by a professional coin grading service. A proper grade will help determine its true value and give you a better idea of what it could be worth on the open market. Before we wrap up, here's a tip: always check your spare change, your coin jars, and your old piggy banks. Rare and valuable coins can often be hiding in plain sight, and you might just stumble upon something worth a small fortune, like the 1974 penny. Today we've got a real gem of a story for you, a story that starts with a simple penny but ends with an astounding value that might just blow your mind. We're diving deep into the world of the United States 1-cent coin from 1975, and believe it or not, this coin could be worth a lot more than you think. Stay with us until the end of the video to find out just how much this penny could be worth. Let's take a trip back to 1975. This was a year filled with both challenges and change for the United States. The economy was dealing with inflation and the tail end of the Vietnam War, but in the world of numismatics, something was quietly taking place that would become a treasure for collectors in the future. The U.S. Mint was still producing its classic Lincoln cent, and the 1975 penny was no exception. But what makes the 1975 penny so valuable today? On the surface, the 1975 penny might seem like just another coin you could find in your pocket change. It features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been on the penny since 1909. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which was used on pennies from 1959 to 2008. But despite this being a familiar coin, there's something hidden beneath the surface that could make this particular penny a real treasure for collectors. The 1975 penny, just like other pennies from this era, was produced in large quantities, with millions of them circulating across the United States. But here's the thing: many of these coins were heavily used, worn down, and lost their luster long ago. When it comes to coin collecting, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Most of the 1975 pennies you'll come across today will have suffered from years of circulation. So, it's rare to find one in mint condition. However, the key to the 1975 penny's value is in its rarity, and this coin's value really starts to shine when you find it in excellent condition. Many collectors are constantly searching for pennies that have been carefully preserved, and the 1975 penny is no exception. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated condition, free from scratches or wear, are highly prized among collectors. The more pristine the condition, the higher the value. But there's more. What really gets collectors excited about the 1975 penny are the errors and unique features that sometimes appear during the minting process. Minting errors are a huge deal in the world of numismatics because they make a coin stand out from the rest, and they can drastically increase its value. So, what kind of errors are we talking about when it comes to the 1975 penny? One of the most sought-after errors is the double die variety. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, resulting in a slightly shifted or doubled image on the coin. For the 1975 penny, this error can make Lincoln's portrait and the lettering on the coin look blurry or doubled, which is an unmistakable sign that the coin was a minting mistake. If you happen to come across a 1975 penny with this double die error, you could be holding something worth a small fortune. But it doesn't end there. Other types of errors, such as off-center strikes or misaligned dies, can also make the 1975 penny more valuable. These errors are a result of mistakes made during the minting process, and they are considered highly collectible. So, What might have once seemed like an ordinary penny could now be a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. You're probably wondering, how much could a 1975 penny really be worth? If you happen to find a 1975 penny in pristine condition, or even better, one that has a rare minting error like the double die variety, you could be in for a major surprise. Coins like these can command a jaw-dropping price in the right market. In fact, a well-preserved 1975 penny or one with an error could be worth as much as $48,000, yes, you heard that right, $48,000 for a single 1975 penny. It's incredible to think that something so small, something that most people would overlook, could be worth that much. It just goes to show how much the world of coin collecting can surprise us. While many people may not even give a second glance to a 1975 penny, collectors know that the right condition or the right minting error can turn a coin from something that's worth only 1 cent into a rare and valuable treasure. So, what should you do if you think you might have one of these valuable pennies? First and foremost, carefully inspect the coin for any unique features or errors. Look for signs of doubling on the design, check the mint mark, and assess the overall condition of the coin. If it looks like it's in mint condition or has any errors, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded by a coin expert. Grading is a key factor in determining a coin's true value, and it can make a huge difference when it comes to selling or auctioning your coin. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 1975 penny is a perfect example of how an ordinary piece of currency can become something extraordinary. So, next time you're going through your spare change or looking through old coins, take a closer look. You might just have a 1975 penny that could make you a small fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the United States 1-cent coin from 1976, yes, you heard that right. A penny from 1976, a coin that might seem like just another piece of pocket change. But let me tell you, this particular penny could be worth a whole lot more than you think. Stick with me to the end of this video to find out just how much this coin could be worth. Let's rewind a little and set the scene for 1976. It was a monumental year for the United States, as the country celebrated its bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. The entire nation was in celebration mode, and that meant there were special commemorative coins being produced to mark this historic occasion. But among the many different coins made that year, the standard 1-cent coin from 1976 holds its own in the world of coin collecting. This penny might have been produced in massive quantities, but certain factors could make it a rare and valuable find today. At first glance, the 1976 1-cent coin might look like your typical Lincoln penny. On the front, you've got the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been on the penny since 1909. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was the standard reverse design for the penny from 1959 to 2008. Nothing too special here, right? Well, this is where things start to get interesting. Although the 1976 penny appears to be a simple, everyday coin, what makes this penny stand out is the unique context of its production. In 1976, the U.S. Mint was working overtime to meet the demand for coins to commemorate the nation's bicentennial. The Mint was producing not only the regular circulating coins but also special edition bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins, each with distinct designs celebrating American history. However, the 1976 1-cent coin, which continued the traditional Lincoln cent design, was still part of this historic year, making it a piece of U.S. history in itself. But here's the thing, while millions of 1976 pennies were minted, the value of any coin comes down to more than just its year of production. A coin's condition is everything in the world of numismatics. The 1976 penny, much like other coins from the mid-70s, was circulated heavily. After all, this was a time when pennies were still used regularly in transactions. This means that most of the 1976 pennies you'll encounter today have been worn down by time and use, leaving them with visible signs of wear, scratches, and discoloration. So, finding one in excellent, uncirculated condition is relatively rare. Now, what makes the 1976 penny particularly interesting to collectors is its rarity when it comes to certain mint marks and conditions. While most of the 1976 pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark, there were also pennies produced at the Denver Mint, marked with a D. These D mint-marked coins are relatively common, but finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition or one with a minting error is what sets this coin apart. Minting errors are a big deal in the coin collecting world. They happen when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that's not quite like the others. The most common type of error found on the 1976 penny is the off-center strike, where the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. Another type of error is the double die variety, where the coin is struck multiple times, leading to a doubled image on the design. These errors are highly sought after because they're considered rare and unique. So, what kind of value are we talking about when it comes to the 1976 penny? Well, the value of a 1976 penny can vary depending on the condition, mint mark, and whether or not it has any minting errors. However, if you happen to have a 1976 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a coin worth a whole lot more than its face value. In fact, in today's market, the value of such a penny could be astonishing. If you have a 1976 penny with the right combination of rarity, condition, and minting error, it could be worth as much as $50,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $50,000 for a single penny. It's truly incredible to think that something as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny could be worth so much. But that's the magic of coin collecting. A simple, everyday coin can become a rare treasure, and the 1976 penny is a perfect example of how a little piece of history can be worth a small fortune. So, what should you do if you think you might have a 1976 penny worth a significant amount of money? First, give it a close inspection. Look for any signs of minting errors, especially if it has an off-center strike or a double die. Also, check the coin's condition. If it's in uncirculated or near mint condition, it could be worth much more than you realize. If you're not sure, it's always a good idea to have the coin professionally graded by an expert. A proper grade can help determine its value and increase your chances of getting the best price when selling. Remember, in the world of coin collecting, it's not just about the age of the coin, it's about the rarity, the condition, and sometimes even the luck of finding that one rare coin that could change your life. The 1976 1-cent coin is a perfect example of how something that seems so ordinary can hold extraordinary value. Today, we're going to explore something many people might overlook at first glance, the United States 1-cent coin from 1977. Yes, a penny from over 4 decades ago might not seem like much, but believe me, this particular penny could be worth far more than you could imagine. Stick around until the end of this video to find out exactly how much this 1-cent coin is worth in today's market. Let's take a moment to go back to 1977. It was a year of transition in the United States, with the country moving forward into a new era. President Jimmy Carter had just taken office, and the economy was undergoing significant changes. The world was also experiencing cultural shifts, with the rise of disco music, the growth of personal computers, and advancements in technology. But in the world of coin collecting, something more subtle was happening. Coins like the 1977 1-cent were circulating across the country, quietly passing hands, unaware that they would one day become collectibles. The 1977 penny, like other pennies of its time, features the well-known design of Abraham Lincoln, which has been in circulation since 1909. On the obverse side, you'll find a portrait of the 16th president, created by artist Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, there's the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which adorned the back of the penny from 1959 until 2008. It's a classic design, one we've all seen at some point in our lives. But just because the design looks familiar doesn't mean there's not something special hidden within. while most of the 1977 pennies were minted and circulated in huge numbers, there's something that makes the 1977 penny stand out in the world of numismatics. When it comes to coin collecting, value is determined by a few key factors: rarity, condition, and sometimes, just sometimes, special features like minting errors. Most of the 1977 pennies that you'll encounter today have been used extensively over the years. After all, they were part of everyday transactions back in the late 70s. This means they often show signs of wear, with scratches, discoloration, and other imperfections that make them less valuable to collectors. However, what really makes the 1977 1-cent coin so intriguing to collectors today is its potential rarity in certain conditions. To the average person, a 1977 penny might just look like another common coin, but to an experienced collector, the quality and state of preservation can make all the difference. If a 1977 penny is still in mint or near mint condition, it can fetch a higher price simply because it has been kept in such good shape, but that's not all. Minting errors are a huge part of what makes coins like the 1977 penny so desirable to collectors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, causing the coin to be struck in a way that is different from the original design. These errors are rare and can make a coin extremely valuable. The 1977 penny is no exception to this. Errors like double strikes, where the coin is struck multiple times and results in a doubled image, or off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, can make a 1977 penny stand out among the rest. Mint marks also play an important role in determining the value of a coin. Most 1977 pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't have a mint mark. However, some pennies were minted at the Denver Mint, and these coins are marked with a D. While Denver minted coins are more common, there's still something intriguing about finding one of these in excellent condition, especially if you come across one with a rare error. In the world of coin collecting, even small details like the mint mark can make a big difference in a coin's value. Now, let's get to the exciting part: the value of this coin. If you happen to come across a 1977 penny that's in uncirculated or near mint condition, or if you're lucky enough to find one with a rare minting error, you might be holding on to something worth much more than its face value of just 1 cent. In fact, these rare 1977 pennies can be worth an astonishing amount to the right collector. If you find a 1977 penny with the right condition or the right minting error, it could be worth as much as $55,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $55,000 for a single 1-cent coin. It's hard to believe that a small, everyday penny could have such a huge price tag, but that's the magic of coin collecting. With the right combination of rarity, condition, and maybe even a minting error, a coin that most people would overlook could turn into a real treasure. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these valuable pennies? The first step is to closely examine the coin. Look for any signs of minting errors, anything that makes the coin stand out from the others. Check for double strikes, off-center impressions, or any unusual features that might indicate a mistake was made during the minting process. Also, pay close attention to the coin's condition. If it's in mint or uncirculated condition, it's definitely worth more than face value. If you find something special, it's always a good idea to get the coin professionally graded. Coin grading is essential to determine the true value of a coin, and it can make a big difference when it comes to selling or auctioning the coin. Grading experts will evaluate the condition of your penny and give it a grade, which will help you understand its value in the current market. In the world of coin collecting, the 1977 1-cent penny is just one example of how something seemingly ordinary can hold extraordinary value. It's a reminder that you never know what treasures might be hiding in your spare change or in a box of old coins. So, keep your eyes open and never underestimate the power of a single coin.